game events too.
Yeah.
Like the auction house in Jador actually uses the same thing along with Doomgaze in the World of Ruin. But in this category, the only thing we actually use with that is the river manipulation.
Oh, it's ink.
Oh, it's deal with it time.
Yeah, deal with it.
So that fight that he got into means that he did it correctly, basically. He's going to get into a Pteranodon fight here.
And this will be his last fight.
Yeah, he's not
then.
going to have any more after this.
He's going to get Edgar an extra level here, though.
Yeah, this is both for the Ultros fight coming up, and then also for, I believe also for the Opera Rats. Primarily, those are the two main reasons to take this fight, to level up Edgar.
Alright, Bannon.
See ya, Bannon. You're safe now.
Pterodons have a pretty nasty attack if they're into critical HP, but 2 auto crossbows will bypass that.
Yeah, so like, as you see, Edgar just got 928 experience points.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty significant boost this early on in the game.
Yeah.
So he's just floating down the river, man, just hanging out. No more encounters from now on. He will put Edgar in the back row.
Front row.
Or front row, that's it.
Yeah, I guess the second save point now.
We're gonna heal too, because we gotta go for the riot blade. It's gotta happen.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
I actually got it in my last attempt at this too. So
Same.
So I get what they're talking about is when each character is in, or any character is in critical, they have a 1 in 16th chance of using a
desperation attack.
A desperation attack, yeah, and it's unique to each character. In this case, we want Terra to use Riot Blade, which will instantly end the Ultros fight.
Most of them are based on your magic stat, I believe. Some of them have weird properties, but I believe Terra's is based off magic. And it's just a huge multiplier.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Ultros fight here it's actually pretty much the least random fight in the entire run, just because any battle where there's talking at the beginning is a guaranteed preemptive for you. So Ultros starts the battle with an empty ATB bar, so he's just getting a full round of attacks in during that. And then he's also actually casting Fire, even though that triggers a counterattack, just because that delays Ultros' first turn by a little bit and lets him queue up Edgar and Sabin's next turns.
You want to explain how he's abusing ATB weight trick here
Sure.
as well?
So he has the battle mode set on wait, and then that means that whenever he's in his sub-menu,
Play map packs 30 days early, only on PlayStation 4. For the players.
he has the battle mode set on wait, and then that means that whenever he's in his sub-menu for either special battle commands, magic, or items, the battle is paused, but any attack animations that are in progress will still go on. All right, let's do it. Aww. Like one more chance.
Yes, one more. Yeah.
But if we're gonna get Riot Blade, we want it to be on turn 3 because that's when it actually saves time.
Otherwise, it just looks cool.
Yeah. So doing using the wait trick will let him kill Ultros before he gets to his third turn.
That was good, though.
It was a good fight.
Yeah.
Because another reason why we said Ultros has so little randomness is just because his AI is very, very scripted. Because he always starts with a weak tentacle attack on a random character, then he does tentacle on Terra, then he does it on Sabin, and then he does other stuff, but he's going to be dead before getting that far.
Yeah, if you leave him alive too long, though, Bannon definitely gets into
Yeah, he might do it on
territory.
Bannon, and then you're probably... I mean,
he's
if he does it
probably
to
dead.
Bannon, you're probably dead.
Yeah,
And if Bannon dies, you game over.
it's over.
Also, right, I guess, how can I phrase this? He skipped a text box that would have come up if you were just a little slower, where Ultros would have said something about muscle hits.
Yeah, it's
hate him.
He has special text before he uses tentacle on individual characters.
Yeah, like personalized.
And then also, and then the transfer the Riot Blade is part of the strat for the fight too. Actually, just because we know that he's going to
need Shadow's name.
Because we know he's going to tentacle Terra and put her into critical. And then picking up Shadow here is 100% optional, but we're doing it just because Shadow makes the fights coming up in the Imperial camp both faster and safer.
Okay.
And then some of the time that we spend picking up Shadow is naming him too, and that's something that we eventually will have to do no matter what, so we're just getting that out of the way now instead of later.
It's forcing an encounter here right before the forest, so that you can just get a single B-core. I think if you got into an encounter in the forest, it would be a 3 or 5 enemy pack.
It's 3. You'd get a B-core with 2 robites, I believe.
Yeah, and then we want single enemies as much as possible just because they're faster and easier to run away from. So yeah, we just get 2 B-cores on our way to the camp.
So he reset the console for the river, and basically, if he made any errors with the step route, they get reset away, and he's back on his preferred step route for now.
Yeah, but now it's up to him to not screw it up,
Yep.
because he has no more chances essentially.
It's very strict from here, so... And very meaningful.
Yes, definitely.
Especially for the next, like, half hour or so, too.
Save and unlock scenarios are incredibly important too. Like,
Yep.
it's just quality of life stuff, but also you can, there are threats of death if you screw it up, depending on the encounters you get, especially in lock scenario. Don't forget to save, by the way.
I was just about to ask.
I'll remind you again, but in lock scenario, he has to navigate through Figaro Cave by himself, and it is possible to get
Bear hugged.
bear hugged, and that will one-shot lock, and it is not pretty.
Yeah, we did some in the back.
Yeah, if you get pincered,
We'll get back to that when he gets to lock scenario, yeah. Meantime, we've got Mustache Man to name here.
that's true. Oh yeah, we need that name.
Yeah.
I forgot. How could I forget? What a character.
He contributes more to the game than, like, Strago does, though.
Yeah.
True. Not by a lot, though.
Yeah.
I like your mustache, man, but I also like to use this song as an opportunity to remind myself of the menu, which is Sprint Shoes, Battle Speed 1.
Very true.
Commander Cherno.
So he just because there's going to be a couple instances where Cyan's walking around by himself, so he's giving him some sprint shoes, and then while he's in the menu here, he's also going to take the opportunity to put the battle speed on fast, and that's for this specific fight here, just because the fastest way to kill this guy is with Cyan's retort skill, which is a counterattack. So having the battle speed on 1 makes it so that he'll attack right after you finish charging retort.
Pray for the black belt.
All right, let's see it.
7 out of 8 chance.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a 1 out of 8 chance to get a Phoenix down rather than a black belt, and it just means we have less money later on in the round. Like selling a black belt, I believe, is 500 gold, and selling Phoenix down.
That's 3,000 actually for the black belt.
Oh.
So.
It's a pretty meaningful amount.
Yeah.
It's the
either
Phoenix
way.
down that's 500.
Yeah. So I would have to change my route a little bit if we didn't get it, but we did get it, so that's okay.
There's several. Going to be several. You're going to be hearing that 1 out of 8 bad rare drop a couple other times in this run too.
Yeah.
That's one of the more meaningful ones, though.
Yeah,
It's
especially
not the
because, well, it allows Big to skip a treasure in lock scenario, which we can just then buy later on in the game.
Could probably fit in a couple donations, I feel like.
All right. Well, we'll start off with the with a $1,000 anonymous donation. Thank you for that donation.
Nice.
We also have a $5.54 donation from Alice's dad. Alice's dad here. I can't begin to express my thanks for Tara being named in Alice's honor. While she isn't up right now, past bedtime, I'm sure she'll love it when she watches the VOD. Thank you everyone who donated in her name. This, of course, goes to saving the animals.
Before we get another one, we've got these really short storyline fights with Kefka, and a little interesting fact about them is that Kefka is actually programmed as a player character instead of an enemy. And because of that, he's unaffected by the battle speed setting, because the battle speed only applies to enemies. So Vic isn't going to bother changing the battle speed back to slow until he's done with this and has some other menuing to do.
So can I squeeze one in here?
Yeah,
real
go
quick? All right.
one more.
We've got a $5,085.37 donation from the Yeti. Hey all, Yeti here. You may or may not know, but we love the Demon Chocobo, but we also love Chaos. Can you please put this donation to balance the scales of Jerkberg? And then we also have another $100 donation from the Yeti. Hey all, Yeti again. We decided we love Demon Chocobo more than we love Chaos. Put 100 to the real good taste. Jerkbird screens for life.
Yeah, so he's getting geared up for the next fight here too, along with being a good friend to Shadow and stealing his armor.
Yeah, poor Shadow.
That's another benefit of getting Shadow in this scenario too, is getting to actually steal his ninja gear, which is a pretty good set of armor, both for defense and also for speed, because it boosts your speed stat by 2. This fight is so much faster with Shadow than Sabin solo, by the way, too.
Sabin just thought he looked better when they reached here.
So he got good luck with being a preemptive, but he's getting kind of bat-trolled.
Yeah,
3 of them,
Wow,
yeah, because
yep.
all 4 of these guys can counterattack, and they can do it as a death counter, too. And yeah, 3 of them doing it's pretty bad RNG. Might even have to do some extra healing
I
for
will,
safety.
yeah.
I have an anonymous $400 donation that says, here's for Poexel's excellent couch commentary. Way to save Romscout from the menu boss in Symphony of the Night. I can't wait to see the big SGDQ sketch glitch debut. $400 for Poexel's choice, which would be
Good taste.
cool.
We got time for more while we drink the Kool-Aid here.
All right. We have a $250 donation from Strafe63 that says, it's been a great week. Let's finish strong. Go, go, go for the million. We have $200 from Tub Thumping 2 that says, here's to $1 million. Let's save those animals. We have a $200 anonymous donation that says, save the animals because we're all nice, right? We have a $100 donation from Crut that says, been watching GDQ for years, and it's always exciting to see the TaskBot break games I know and love. Good luck with the Final Fantasy VI run and the rest of the marathon.
Thank you.
I have a $200 anonymous donation that says, anything related to Final Fantasy VI must be good. So here's the donation.